Good morning. Here's my outfit of the day. Today I'm wearing my red Harper pants from Old Navy. I am wearing this top that has, I think this is called a Peter Pan collar, and this is from J. Crew Factory. I ordered this probably 2 summers ago. I am wearing my leopard print flats from Steve Madden and my two-toned Michael Kors watch. So I will talk to you on my way to work. Hello, it's 7:32. It's a Monday morning. I am on my way to work to start a new week. The good news is this is the week before Thanksgiving break, so I just have to get through this week and I will have a nice week-long break that I am really looking forward to. I did have a nice long weekend. I did do a little bit of work here and there, but it was just kind of sporadic. So Friday I slept in and I went to a spin class. The sad news is my favorite spin instructor who teaches on Fridays no longer works at that gym, so I was pretty disappointed, but the guy that I think is taking her place was pretty good. So I went to a spin class. I went to my mom's house and just hung out there and edited the vlog for the latest vlog that went up yesterday. And I edited a classroom vlog for the first time just to kind of see how that went out. And it came out pretty cute. I checked and so far it has 30 views. So I think that equates to almost each student in my classroom watching it. So that was Friday. Saturday I had dinner with my mom and a couple of my cousins. So that was nice. I did a little bit of work Saturday. And then yesterday I did my usual, ran my errands. I was supposed to make a very quick trip to Target to get the couple items that I need during the week, but ended up spending a very small fortune on holiday decor. They just had some really cute stuff out, and I don't really have any, well, I have a little bit, but I don't have very much in terms of holiday decor. This is the second Christmas that I've spent, or it will be the second Christmas that I spend in my house, so I needed to kind of up my holiday decor game, and everything they had in terms of holiday decor was 20% off. Plus, they had a $10 off when you spend $50 or more on home decor. So I bought some things yesterday, and then I continued to do some work for school, a little bit of things here and there. And then last night, for some reason, I didn't sleep very well. I slept as if it was the first day of school. And I'm not really sure why. Like, I never really got into a deep sleep. I think I'm just anxious about some of the things that I'm trying to change in my classroom. So I couldn't really relax and fall into that deep sleep. And then I woke up at 4:30 to go to the gym. So as far as today, it's nothing too exciting. The usual, we have library today. I'm going to be working with Liza after school, I think, to record some math videos because chapter 6 begins fractions, and the first couple of lessons in that chapter strictly deal with using fraction tiles. So I need someone to film while I manipulate those tiles, or I need someone to manipulate the tiles while I film. So she's volunteered to help me with that. And that's really it. I'm gonna have my morning meeting. Today's morning meeting topic will be talking about the fact that yesterday was World Kindness Day. And there's this glare. Yesterday was World Kindness Day, and so we're going to talk about why we even need something called World Kindness Day and ask them some things that they could do to bring kindness into their world. It doesn't really relate academically to anything that we are studying, but I figured sometimes that'll work out and sometimes it won't. I think most importantly for me is I am trying to build a classroom community in my class, and so having this conversation is just as important as having one that involves curriculum. I don't know how to get that sunspot to not be there so you guys can see me. There we go. So yeah. Oh, I also spent, these are my new obsessions. I have tons of coffee mugs, but now I'm into these Starbucks ceramic mugs. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I bought a couple of these. And I don't know why. They just became something I felt like I needed in my life. So I did spend money doing that. So all in all, I've spent money this weekend that I really had no business spending. But sometimes you just got to do that. Sometimes you got to spend some money on yourself to feel good about yourself. So anyway, I hope that you guys have a great Monday morning. I will check in with you sometime later today. Have a good one. Bye. Hello, it's just before 3 o'clock and I just finished recording some clips for 2 upcoming math videos that I needed to make. I had to record these parts at school because they involve the use of fraction tiles. So we are testing on chapter 5 tomorrow, and when we get back from Thanksgiving break, we will officially start our study of fractions. And the first chapter of fractions, which is chapter 6, focuses on adding and subtracting fractions. And these 2 lessons require the use of manipulating models. And at first, I didn't think I was going to be able to make a video for these 2 lessons because I couldn't figure out how I was going to be moving fraction tiles and filming myself all at the same time. So Mrs. Chu just came to help me do that. So she recorded while I moved the fraction tiles, and I think she's at the door. No. Because I was recording and I saw you like...
Yeah, that's why I'm like, maybe I should just show this to...
You want to come in? What are you doing? You want to wait? You want to say hi? My mom really likes seeing you.
Shout out to Lo.
We'll be right back.
We'll be back.
All right, I'm back. I'm not even sure what the last thing was that I said, but Mrs. Chu came in. She has to go to the office because there's some confusion with a interim assessment that we have to administer between now and January. And there's some practice tests that we can give the kids, and then there's the real test, but some of the practice tests are exactly the same as the real test, and we don't know if the people in the district know it, so we had to go up to the principal's office and kind of explain what we've been seeing when we give the practice tests. But I think what I was showing you was that I filmed some clips for some upcoming math videos on our chapter on fractions, adding and subtracting, and the first 2 lessons in the chapter involve adding and subtracting fractions, but doing so with the use of fraction tiles. So initially I didn't think I would be able to film for these 2 lessons, even though a video would be helpful to the kids and parents at home. I didn't think I'd be able to do it because I couldn't figure out who was going to hold the camera versus who was going to be moving these fraction tiles around. So I asked Liza if she could film while I did the manipulating of these tiles here, and she said yes. So that is what we've been doing since after school. So I am now getting ready to clean up. I'm gonna try and go home. It's 3:15, so I am officially able to go home, and I want to try and do that because I feel like I've been staying here late a little bit more than I would like to. As far as my day with the class, it was pretty good. We had a morning meeting. Today's topic was the fact that yesterday was World Kindness Day, and so I read them this book here that I've had for a long time, but I don't really give it the attention it deserves. And I just so happened to remember that I had it, and I was able to tie it in with our morning meeting. So this book here is called, is called Is There a Human Race? So it's about this little kid who thinks the human race is actually a race of people, and then eventually it gets to the big idea where, you know, regardless of our differences, our religion, our politics, or whatever the case may be, we all have more in common than what we have different. We all are a part of the human race. And I thought this time in this country especially was the perfect time to read that book to them, because like I said, they're 5th graders and they're very aware of the election and the protests that are going on, and I know they and their family have opinions as to whether who won is appropriate or not. So it's just a good time to say we may all have differences, we may all not agree on the same things, or we may disagree sometimes, but we're more alike than we are different, and we need to embrace that. We need to be there for each other and support each other. So that was the basis of our morning meeting. The question was really really asking them, why do we even need to have a day called World Kindness Day? And then what are some things that you can do to promote goodness in your community? So they were a little bit more vocal today. I think still it's going to take them some time to get used to the idea of having a morning meeting and what a discussion is and what it looks like. But today was better than it was last week when we did our first one, just in terms of how comfortable they were. So that happened. And what else? We went to the library. And just very quickly, maybe I'll go into more detail as the week progresses. I don't know if I said this last week, but I have decided to go a little bit rogue with Wonders. Now, if you work in the same district I do, shh, because I don't know if this is allowed, but I am following Wonders. However, I am going to allow myself to bring in some core lit, and I think I mentioned this last week, but I'm not sure if I ended up editing it out or not. But the way it was set out was that there was no longer going to be core lit, meaning that we would not be reading chapter books with our students as a class. And in years past, we would read books like Maniac McGee. We read Walk Two Moons. We've read The K before. The past few years, we've been reading this book, Out of My Mind, which is one of my all-time favorites. And the more and more I thought about it, the more and more disturbed I was by the idea that fifth graders would not be reading literature at all if I just strictly stuck to Wonders. So I ordered a class set of Out of My Mind, and I am going to squeeze it in there on the days that we have PE. So we have PE in the afternoons, and right after PE they have a good 20 minutes or so where it's not enough time for me to start a lesson, and it's not really the best time to try and finish up a lesson. So it's just 20 minutes kind of floating around. So I'm going to be reading this with them during that time. I am going to try my hardest to infuse some kind of art because I think that's also lacking. So I'm following Wonders. I am doing what is prescribed to me, but I am taking some liberties to combine things and streamline some things that I feel are a little bit redundant with the program. And hopefully as the week progresses, I can give you a little bit more detail on that. So I'm cleaning up. I'm gonna try and leave because I'm supposed to maybe go help Liza do some shopping. She saw some of my holiday purchases and she wants to buy some things too. So I might be going with her to do that. And that's really it. Had a pretty good Monday. Class was pretty good. So I don't really have any complaints. I hope you guys can say the same about your day. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye. Good morning, here's my outfit of the day. Today I'm wearing this dress that I bought from The Gap quite a few years ago. I bought this belt at the same time, and this is one of those outfits that I copied straight from a mannequin. This sweater here is actually from Target. I normally wear a blue sweater with this, but I decided to try this color today since it goes with the belt. And then I'm wearing my tan sandals that I've gotten from Macy's. I'm wearing my initial necklace here, and then my two-tone Michael Kors watch, and some Alex and Annie bracelets. So here is my outfit today. I will talk to you guys later. All right, this is my desperate attempt at vlogging. It's 5:05, and I just realized I haven't checked in at all today. I am leaving work at 5:05, which I think is a success, and I was actually ready to leave a while ago, but Liza and I were chit-chatting with one of our friends who also is a parent here at the school. So that took some time, and then I had a quick conversation with my principal. So I did pretty good, and my sub plans for Thursday are pretty much done, so I'm feeling very productive. So I'm headed home, but I had a I had a very good day. We took the chapter 5 math test, and for whatever reason that test is taking them a long time. And I honestly don't remember if this test took that long last year. The chapter was on dividing decimals, so the kids are dividing. And I would say my class worked on it for a couple of hours. And I have at least 10 or so kids that are not done. So we will be finishing that tomorrow morning. We're not going to start chapter 6, which is fractions, because we don't want to start a chapter like that only to go on break for a week and then hope that the kids retained the little bit that you gave them. But what made my day good is that we had a really good, turn that back on, we had a really good morning meeting. So we are getting ready to read a little bit about taxation and the Revolutionary War and how all those taxes came about, like the stamp tax, the tea tax, and all of that. So the morning meeting message that I crafted was this scenario where I said, okay, let's imagine that the 6th graders at our local middle school decided that they wanted to purchase a new class set of iPads. And in order to finance that, they talked to their principal and asked her to propose to our principal that in order to raise money for those iPads, that current 5th graders at our school were going to have to pay $1 a day for using playground equipment. And then they would take the proceeds from that to finance getting these iPads. So I asked them, is this a good idea? Why or why not? And they were all adamant that that was a terrible idea. No one liked the idea. Even when I came back and said, well, I mean, eventually you'll be able to use the iPad. So the 6th graders that are at our local middle school now are not saying that they're going to buy the class set of iPads, and then when they go to 7th grade, they're going to take the iPads with them. They're going to purchase them for the 6th grade classes, and they will remain there. So when you go to 6th grade next year, you would have use of those iPads. So it's not like you're paying for something you never get to use. And even after that, I kind of swayed a couple kids to maybe consider it, but they weren't really still for it. And so it was just a really good discussion. I had a lot more discussion today than I had in the previous 2 meetings that I've held so far. And I think it's really just because the topic was interesting to them. So at the very end, when we were wrapping it up, I made sure to let them know, okay, I want you to keep that in mind because we're going to be reading a little bit of information about the taxes that kind of were the cause of the beginning of the Revolutionary War. And there were some people who were loyalists, who felt like whatever the king asked us to do, we'll do it, even though maybe these taxes don't necessarily help us or they're making our lives a little bit more difficult, we're willing to do it. And then you had patriots who were willing to fight for what they believed in. And I said, and so I had a couple of kids who thought, you know what, I don't mind, like it's okay. I said, so some of you in here might be considered loyalists and others of you may be considered patriots. So it was just a fun conversation. They did a good job expressing themselves. And then the other thing that made it good is that I had my guided reading group, and today the group included my major behavior issue. The one that I've talked about quite a bit, and the one that I've actually had to remove from a table group. He no longer sits with the group. He sits in a single desk right next to my desk. And he did really, really well in the small group. He was very focused. He was very engaged in the story that we've started. It was a Patricia Palalco book, and the name of the book is Chicken Sunday. And so all we really have gotten through at this point is we previewed some pictures, talked about what we think is happening. We've read a few pages and made some predictions, and the predictions that he's made have been very logical, very clear, very coherent, and he was really engaged, and he was respectful of the other kids in the group. And some of the observations he made, like he made one that I kind of didn't really think about. So I was really proud of him for that. And then he just had a good day in general. His behavior was good. I made a point to tell him that. And my whole class in general just had a good day. They did a really good job paying attention. I really feel like some of them took to heart the quote that my dad gave them. Like they are really trying. So that was my day. I'm going to be heading, I keep turning this off and I forget that I need it. I'm going home to walk Genesis right now, and I'm gonna cut myself a break. I'm gonna go have dinner with Liza. We are going to Red Robin because they have a buy one, get one free. So that's a very enticing offer. Plus that means I don't have to cook, which means I don't have to wash dishes because my dishwasher just broke down and I really wasn't in the mood to cook a full meal and then have to hand wash the dishes afterwards. So that is what I'm going to do. And then I think we are going to do a little Christmas shopping, Christmas home decor shopping for her because we didn't get that done yesterday. She wasn't feeling well and I got home later than I thought. So if I'm brave, I might try and vlog some of that. If not, I won't. So I'm not sure if I'll see you guys anymore after this, but if I do, I'll see you then. If not, I will see you guys in the morning. Have a good night. Good morning, here's my outfit of the day. Today I am wearing these pants here from Old Navy. They're very loose fitting. I've worn these once before all year. I am wearing it with a different color top this time. This top is also from Old Navy, and this cardigan is from Old Navy. I'm wearing this necklace here, if you can see that. This is from Charming Charlie, I believe. And then I'm wearing my black Marc Jacobs watch that I had forgotten about for a while, and these black sandals that you guys have seen many times before that I bought from Nordstrom, and this ring for once. I'm not really sure where I got that from. I can't remember. I believe it was like New York and Company or something. So this is my outfit for the day. I will talk to you guys a little bit later. Hello, it is 9 o'clock on the dot, and my kids are actually at PE right now. Normally they go in the afternoons, but the PE teacher has or wants to attend an award ceremony that her daughter is getting an award at this afternoon, so she asked us to go earlier today, which we are doing, and as a thank you she's going to give us a little bit of extra time later on today. So they are at PE. What I'm getting ready to do is read through my sub plans before I print them, because I will be in a bargaining meeting all day tomorrow. So I will be meeting with the other members of the negotiations team, the team that represents the teachers, and we're just gonna start doing some preliminary research and kind of start getting a game plan together. So that will be all day tomorrow. I have a sub, so I'm very proud of myself because I made my sub plans last night, but I haven't read through them once. So I'm getting ready to read through them before I print. And I didn't want to do it after school today because we have a staff meeting, and you never know how long those are gonna take. Aside from that, when we get back, we are going to have our morning meeting. I'm going to show you what my morning meeting question is today. And I just went ahead and decided, because I was really self-conscious about these morning meetings, because the ones I've seen, teachers write them on the board and there's this beautiful artwork and they're drawing and they write in all these different hand fonts that I just don't have that skill. So I thought, well, you know what? I will just type up my morning meeting message on a Google slide, and I can add clip art and play around with fonts that way. So that is what I've been doing, and I kind of like it. So I project this every morning. So this is this morning's topic. It says morning meeting 11/16/16. Is it ever okay to disobey authority? Why or why not? So this part here is what we're meeting about. And the reason why this is the question that I chose is because we are in the beginnings of learning about the Revolutionary War and some of the causes, and learning about who the patriots were and the loyalists. And then this part here, this is the question of the day that I use to take attendance. So I've just decided to add that question of the day to the morning meeting message. And that's kind of my get to know you part. So in this whole process, you're supposed to greet each other, have a little quick fun question to kind of get to know each other. So that's what I use those for. And oh, a song. So this is my backpack soundtrack. So I play a song every morning. They have to be unpacked by the end of that song, and I play that song again at the end of the day. They have to be packed up by the end of that song. So today I played Pleasure Principle by Janet Jackson. And the saddest part about that brings back a memory, because I think it was last school year, I played that song and told them, you know, it's a song by a person named Janet Jackson. And then I asked them if they knew who Janet Jackson was, and I thought surely they'll know. I mean, who doesn't know who Janet Jackson is? And they thought she was Michael Jackson's mother. And at that point I realized you're just old. Like, the kids that you're teaching have no kind of connection to the pop culture people that you are aware of and that are like main figures to you. So I had to explain, no, it's not his mother, that is his little sister. So that will be our morning meeting. I also wanted to show you, I have become obsessed with these coffee mugs. So I showed you one that I bought over the weekend, and then this one just came in the mail yesterday. So this is a Starbucks mug. And I think what I already said is I like the size of these because this is just enough for 1 cup of coffee. And they're just cute, really. That's really the only reason why I like them so much. They're cute, they're just the right size. They also do fit perfectly in my little Keurig, because the other ones I had, the tall Tervis cups, and any of the other ones that weren't even Tervis cups, the really tall ones, they never fit in the Keurig spot. So I'd have to make my coffee, have it brew into a coffee mug, then I'd have to take the coffee mug and then pour it in the traveling mug that I was taking to work, and that was just like an extra step. And now with these, I don't have to take that extra step. So I ordered this online. I will try and remember to link it in the description box because I'm trying to be better about that. And then in terms of the rest of the day, it's probably gonna be a pretty scant day. Like, I still have a good portion of my kids that need to finish their math test, so it's gonna be pretty quiet in here for a while. Then after that, we're gonna attempt to read the story or the piece of text that we were supposed to read yesterday for Wonders, titled Creating a Nation. Then we'll have guided reading, and then I'm going to, well, I'm not gonna read. I use Audible, and they're gonna listen to some of this book, which I'm excited about. And then we have play practice, because our play is coming up, and we basically have 1 week of rehearsals left. The rest of this week, next week is Thanksgiving break, and then we have that following week before we actually have to perform. So it's crunch time. But I just want to check in because I felt bad because yesterday I didn't check in at all, and what I did film was in the car, and it's probably gonna be dark, but I just got really busy. So I'll talk to you guys a little bit later. I hope you're having a great morning. Good evening. It is now about 9:40. I just got home really for the day, and I'll explain why in just a second. But I wanted to make sure to check in so that I could just finish the vlog for today, because I know the last time I spoke to you guys, I was at PE, and that was this morning. And then I took some video because we had a staff meeting, and we had a staff meeting. And before the staff meeting, we had an ETA portion, which was just my school site's time to kind of get updated on what's going on with our district in terms of teacher issues, if we have any in union business. And then after that, we had a meet the cabinet meeting where superintendents of our school district came pretty much to give like an update of different aspects of our school district. And then they opened the floor for questions. And then after that, we had a very brief staff meeting, and I think I got some video of that. So after that, I went back to my room, made sure everything was ready for the sub, and then I came home to let Genesis out, who's right down there, and feed her. And then I went back out to help Liza continue to buy some things for her new home. So I'm just getting, and we had dinner. So I'm just getting home from that. I am super, super tired. Luckily, I can sleep in a little bit later because tomorrow I will be in a district meeting all day, and basically not really a district meeting, it will be a bargaining meeting. So I'm meeting with the other members of the negotiation team that represent the teachers, and we're just gonna get our game plan, or we're gonna start to get our game plan together. So I just wanted to check in. My day went well. Got everything accomplished. I even squeezed in a lesson 10 minutes before lunch. Like, I thought I was gonna get something done, but I said, you know what, we're gonna read this story really quickly, and because it was very short, and we got that done. So that was good. So that's really it. I don't know how much footage I'll get tomorrow because, you know, I don't want to make public what we're discussing at these meetings as we prepare for contract negotiations. So I might be able to get some images here or there. I'm not too sure, but I will definitely talk to you in the morning because I will probably be making a run to Starbucks at some point since I have a day outside of the class. But more than anything, I just want to say goodbye for the day, but now it's good night. I will talk to you guys tomorrow morning. I hope you're having a great night. Bye. Good morning. Here's my outfit of the day. Today I am wearing these jeans that I've had for a few years that I don't wear very often. These are from New York & Company. I don't wear them often because they have holes in them on purpose and we're not allowed to wear those to work. And then I forget that I even have them. Then I'm wearing this sweater that I've worn before from Old Navy. I got this over the summer. I'm wearing these booties that I got from Nordstrom that you guys have seen before. And then my two-toned Michael Kors watch. So I am off to pick up my Starbucks for the day and I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Well, I just got a free drink at Starbucks because for whatever reason, I put my mobile order through. I got the little message that said, thanks for ordering, but they didn't get it on their end. So I got my drink for free. And I feel like because it's that time of the year, I'm obligated to show you my red cup. I feel like that has to be done. But anyway, I am now headed to my meeting. So this particular meeting, we always have these meetings at one of the team members' house. So she has a nice sized house with a lot of room for us to spread out. So even though I'm on school business right now, I'm actually going to one of my negotiating teammates' houses. So as far as today, there may not be a whole lot of footage because like I said, we'll be discussing things that we wouldn't necessarily want public while we get ready for negotiations. But I did think about, you know, things that I wish teachers knew that were a part of a teachers union, but not necessarily in the involved in the process of the actual negotiating. So we had our staff meeting yesterday and we updated them on district union business. And I set my little piece about, you know, making sure that they respond to the district surveys that are sent out from our union and be honest in the comments, because we do use those comments, like I've said in the past, to dictate and direct us when we actually negotiate. And I feel like depending on the type of district that you work for, some districts are very, very vocal. Like their teachers are very vocal about what they want, what they deserve, what they feel like they deserve, what they want negotiated. And then some are a little bit more on the demure side. So my district is probably, or no, it's definitely more on the demure side because for a long time it's been a pretty small district. And over the course of years, it's been growing. And that could be a good thing because it maintains a great relationship with the teachers and, you know, the superintendents and the board. But sometimes it could be a very frustrating thing because there are times where we actually need some changes to take place, but no one's really willing to speak up and say that. And I think sometimes teachers feel if you speak up for something that you believe needs to be changed, then you inherently are being disrespectful to the board, or you are going to automatically be looked at in a negative light. And I really just don't believe that's the case. I think it's all in how you stand up for what you believe in. So if you're out there just yelling and screaming and being irrational and demanding insane pay raises and you want everything under the sun and you're not rational in your thinking, then yeah, it's going to make you look unprofessional and, you know, just ridiculous, and no one's going to really take you seriously. But if you are arguing for something that is a legitimate concern or a legitimate need, and you can articulate it well, and you have reasons and proof and research to back up what you're saying, then they'll, at the end of the day, they're just going to respect that. And I think sometimes teachers get so nervous about being viewed negatively by the leaders of their district that they don't say anything, and that's just as harmful as saying something and saying it in the wrong way. So from someone who has spent a few years negotiating on behalf of the teachers, that is probably our biggest challenge when we're at the table. If we're saying this is what teachers want, but teachers aren't physically voicing that that is truly what they want when given that opportunity, then the district can always say, well, we don't hear that from the teachers, and rightfully so. Like, they don't know that that's really what teachers want unless teachers make it clear that that's what they want. So that's probably the biggest challenge I know for me and the other members on the team, especially when you work in a district where it's, you know, everything is relatively good. Like, we don't have major issues. Our biggest issues are always looking at, you know, pay and things like that, and, you know, work hours and responsibilities and time, and, you know, but sometimes you do need the teachers in your district to kind of back up what they're telling you in private so that the leaders of the district know, because they don't know. They're not in the classroom. They don't know truly how you feel unless you tell them. So I just thought I'd give you guys that little piece of advice, especially if you're new. Like, I understand being new, especially if you don't have tenure and this is your first couple of years, you do probably want to be a little bit more reserved and timid. One, because you're new and you don't really have a lot of job security, and two, because you're new and you don't really know enough to be outraged just yet. So some of the things I'm willing to say or ask or stand up for now, I wouldn't have necessarily said all of that in my first couple of years, even if I thought it, because I just didn't have enough background knowledge to say something, you know. So that part I understand. But if you've been teaching for a while and something's really bothering you and you know it's a legitimate concern and you're not the only one, you can express that in a respectful way and still be viewed upon well by your principal and the leaders of the district. I have not felt any sort of negative backlash or ramifications from my involvement in being a school site rep for our district union and getting more involved with contract negotiations. And quite honestly, I think it's only helped me. Like, I think it's helped my principal to see me in a different way, because she now understands that I do have the ability to see things from both perspectives. I'm not 100% pro-union and I'm not 100% pro-district. It really just depends on the topic at hand. And then with the superintendents, like I've said before, it's given me the opportunity to meet a lot of them in a more intimate setting, for them to hear me speak and articulate certain ideas and thought processes. And the district that I work for, I know they appreciate teachers that are willing to advocate for other teachers, because our superintendent at some point, before he was superintendent, was our union president, so he understands. So anyway, I am heading to that meeting. I will talk to you as soon as I can today. It may not be until later, just for the nature of what this meeting is today. So it is now about 4:45. I got home probably around 4 o'clock, somewhere around there. And then I took Genesis out on a walk. So we just got back from that, and I just thought I'd check in to tell you how the meeting went. So we finished up our meeting around 3 or so. We ended up working through lunch. We normally meet for a while, stop, have a lunch break, and then finish up. But today we just worked straight through, and then we went to lunch at the very end. And we pretty much got accomplished what I think we wanted to as far as this particular meeting. So right now we crafted another survey to send out to the teachers to kind of get some even more specific information from them. And we looked at other contracts in relation to some of the things that we think will be issues for our district. And we chose a date for our next meeting. So we will be meeting again in December. I didn't record anything because there just never really was an appropriate time for that. So that's why I'm now home and I'm checking in. And also today my new teaching bag arrived. So I wanted to share that, and I thought it arrived as I was leaving to walk Genesis, so I haven't even opened it yet. So I thought I'll do an unboxing. So it is a My 31 bag. So I'm gonna show you and you'll see. Oh my gosh, you'll see just exactly how I feel about this because I'm gonna see it for the first time. So I ordered this bag because I needed a bigger bag, like I said. The one that I have from Scout, I like it, but it's just a little too small, and the straps were too short. So there was a special where if you spent a certain amount, you also got one of these little bags for $5. And it's actually much bigger than what I thought it was going to be. So it has this little bicycle on the back. I was going to put, I thought this was gonna be like the size of a bag that I could use as a pencil pouch, but this is now clearly much bigger than that. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with that now. I also ordered a lunch bag because I just thought this was so cute and it would match my new bag. So this says follow your own path. And then I had my name put on the back of it. So there's that. Let me make sure it's spelled correctly. Yes. And then here is my bag. So I'm going to probably put the camera down. I have my name put on this one also. So I'm gonna put the camera down so that I can kind of open it and give you guys a look. So just okay, so here is the bag out. This bag was called, or is called, the All Day Utility Tote. And this was in the style charcoal, or the color charcoal, and the style is, I think it's Lynx. Let me make sure as my little bag falls down. All Day Organizing Tote. And charcoal Lynx, yeah, I was right. So here it is. Let me try and stand it back up for you. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, so there it is, stood back up. So there is a front pocket right here. I don't want to touch it too much because I know it's going to fall. And sorry, the lighting is kind of glaring. And then in terms of its width, it's about that wide. It does zip at the top. So you have these little flaps here. It does have this pocket here, and then a zipper pocket right there. And there's a little side pocket there, and a little side pocket there, and that's it. So the only bad news about this is if this is something you're interested in, I know when I was getting ready to place the order, the person that I went through to do the order with said that this bag was being discontinued. So I don't know how much longer they're going to sell it if you are interested. And then as far as how does it hang, because that was one of my big things. So these straps, already that was much easier for me to get that on my body. So it's easy to get on, and let's see, I don't know if this helps, but it hangs like right about there. So it's hitting me right at the hip. So I think that this is going to be good. It's going to have to be, because it is personalized, so I can't return it. I could only exchange it for something else. But this is my new work bag. I probably won't even use this until I get back from Thanksgiving break, because tomorrow's Friday and then we have break. But I wanted to share it with you so that you can see what my new bag is. And while I have the camera out, I'll also show you all the little goodies I picked up from Target. These have been sitting on my dining room table all week. Let me turn one of these lights out because it is stark white in here. Let's see if that helps. So here is what I bought from Target in the holiday section. So this week, I think until the 19th, it was 20% off all holiday decor. And initially, I just wanted this thing here, but then I found all these other cute things that kind of match and go with it. And this really is the look I kind of want to go for the holidays. I don't want it to be too like cartoony. I just kind of want it to look nice. I also bought some of these. I bought 2 pillows that look like this. And then this pillow here that says fa la 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 la, and this wreath, that pillow there, and 2 of these stockings. So, and I have just been too lazy to put that stuff away because I don't know where I want to put it, and I almost feel like it's pointless for me to put it away only to take it back out in a matter of days. So not only was it 20% off, but they also had a mobile coupon where if you spent $50 or more on home items, then you got $10 off. So that was just all the more reason for me to buy things. Plus I don't have a lot of holiday decor, so I did it all. But that's really it. I'm getting ready to cook right now. Tonight I am making a Blue Apron meal, and it is going to be the lighting tonight. I don't know. It's going to be this seared chicken with garlic rice. So I'm getting ready to get that cooked and set, and then I'm going to relax, probably grade the chapter 5 math test that I just gave, and be done. Tomorrow is Friday, and it is the Friday before Thanksgiving break, so it is a minimum day, and then I will have 5 days off. And I don't know if you can tell, but I am excited because I am tired. I cannot remember the last time I've been this tired, and the last time I have felt like I needed to take a long nap and just sit on the couch and do nothing for several days. So I hope you guys had a great Thursday. I will talk to you guys tomorrow, and that's it. See you later. Bye. Good morning, here's my outfit of the day. Today I'm wearing these black stretchy jeans that I got from Macy's. They are Jessica Simpson's line. I'm wearing this top that I got from Target a while ago, more than a year ago, probably a couple years. This blue cardigan that I got from The Gap. My sandals here are from Old Navy, and I've had these for a while. My two-tone Michael Kors watch. A couple of Alex and Annie bracelets, and then I'm wearing my initial necklace here. So happy Friday morning. I will talk to you guys a little bit later. Bye. Hello, it's about 9:15. My kids are at PE, and I have about 20 more minutes of prep. So I thought I'd check in. I'm getting ready to go up to the office to laminate a couple of things, and I have to go to my car because I realized I forgot to take something out that I need to work on while they're taking their states and capitals test and their spelling test. I also want to share with you the fact that I made my own 5th grade commitment to my class. So I believe in my last vlog I explained that I had each of my students fill out one of these little thought bubbles where they made a commitment, just one specific commitment that they were going to make as 5th graders this year to hopefully continue to promote them maturing a little bit and being a success as a 5th grader. So I figured I should have one too. I should post mine up so that I'm being held accountable to myself, and that the kids know that it's something I think I should do too. So my commitment said, my 5th grade commitment as a teacher is to always come to school prepared with my lesson plans. I also want to behave in a way that shows my students I care for their well-being as students as well as people. So I'm going to hang this up with the ones that the students wrote. I ran mine on red just to differentiate that this is the teachers and those are the kids. 1 second. Miss Robinson. I know. I'll do that right now. Bye. That was Gina in the office because I forgot to submit my attendance. And the reason that happens, Gina, if you're watching, is because we had PE first thing in the morning, and every time our PE gets switched to first thing in the morning, my whole morning routine is thrown off and then I forget. So I'm gonna submit my attendance for Gina. But yeah, so I'm getting ready to head up to the office. I'm gonna get a couple of things out of my car so I can work on that while they're taking their states and capitals test. And that's it. I'll probably check in with you later on today. I made it! It is about 1:42. The kids have been gone for about 20-25 minutes. I am officially on Thanksgiving break. I am so very happy because I'm so very tired. So days before break, especially minimum days, they're just always a little hectic because they're a little unstructured, because you can't really get too involved with any major teaching. The kids are excited because they're just as excited and ready to go and break as you are. And so a lot of times you just feel like you're managing them until the bell rings. So we made it. All we really did today was they had PE, they took a spelling test using Spelling City, they took a States and Capitals test. Mrs. Or I won't say her name, my Title I aide came in and worked with the group while my printer's printing something. I have no idea what it is. While I checked in with each of my individual students to check their progress on making some reading requirement goals that I have set for them. Then it was lunch, then they went home. So I am taking some work home, not too much, just some grading to do. And I honestly, I'm not too stressed about it because I know I'll just kind of take care of things as I feel like doing it over the course of the week. I'm just excited to get a week of rest in terms of the grind of being here and managing all the kids. I'm just looking forward to a break. So as I close out this vlog for the week, I want to just maybe say some things that I'm thankful for in my teaching life. Since next week is Thanksgiving, I want to take a moment to do that. I am thankful that I work with a group and a staff of people that I genuinely get along with. I really do like everybody here. We do have a very good dynamic as a staff. It is great to get along with everyone, from the janitor to your secretaries to your administrators and the people that you physically work and teach with every day. So I'm thankful for everyone here. I'm especially thankful for my team because they are pleasant to work with, as I'm sure you guys have seen. I am thankful that I feel like I am seeing some changes for the better with my class, even my students that are a little bit more difficult to deal with in terms of their management. I am thankful that I am seeing some improvement there. What else? I am thankful that I feel like I had a pretty good week. Like, my lessons flowed, I managed my time well, and that made me feel good. And I'm thankful for all of you guys, as always. I've said that, and some of you have just been especially supportive. I do want to take a moment to thank Miss Jasmine McLean. I follow her on Instagram, and I think that's where I first saw her. I was just following her, and she posts little very small video clips on her Instagram account that are usually just humorous videos that appeal to teacher humor, and they're always funny. But this past week, I think over the weekend, last weekend, she mentioned me as one of the teachers to follow on Instagram in her opinion, and I just felt so touched by that because I look up to her and I enjoy what she posts. So it feels good to know that someone like her considers me a teacher to follow on Instagram. If you guys have not checked out her YouTube channel, I believe her channel name is Just Say Jazz, and she posts some of those videos that I just made mention about on Instagram on there as well as offering teacher tips. I believe she teaches 2nd grade in the South. So thank you, Miss McLean, for your videos and giving me the shout out. I also know that Teacher Workforce Source, I think is the way that you say it, mentioned me in one of their blogs earlier in the school year, and that was probably one of the most exciting things because I was very new to blogging. I still am, but I was probably literally maybe 3 episodes in, so that was supportive. Who else? I Am Blessed. I've mentioned her before. She's always been very nice. Tight Eyes, According to Mr. B. These are just people that I know just always take a moment to say something kind to me, whether it's in a private message or on Instagram. But really, thank you to all of you that are watching. Thank you to all the teachers out there that are supportive and keep me going. I hope that you know that I am thankful for you guys, because you really do help me out. Just as much as you think I'm helping you, you guys are helping me just as much. So thank you guys so much. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving break, whether you have a week off or a few days. Either way, take a moment to think about what you're thankful for in your teaching life, because I know right about now all you're focused on is how tired you are and how things could be better, but there's got to be something that you can tell yourself, I am thankful for that. So have a great week. I'm gonna work on filming a house tour over my Thanksgiving break. I'm a little nervous about that because I've never done it before. I'm not quite sure where to even start with that, but hopefully I'll get that up during the course of Thanksgiving break. And I am thinking about jumping into Vlogmas. Now, obviously I do these vlogs and they are once a week, but I thought for December, just for the fun of it, I could do Vlogmas, and instead of you guys getting a week's worth of material uploaded on Sundays, that you would just see my week on a daily basis. I think I could do that because it would just be a small clip I'm editing every day. That's just an idea. If you would be interested in that, let me know. I'm not making any promises because I don't know how crazy that might be for me to think I'm gonna do that, but it would be fun if I could. So let me know in the comments if you would be interested in Vlogmas, where I vlog and upload, well, where I upload daily. I do vlog daily, I just upload once a week at this point. So this is probably now the third time I'm saying thank you so much. Have a great week. I hope you guys have a happy Thanksgiving, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, everybody. What notes did you take?
There's a student building, they have meeting rooms, they have food, pizza, subway, they have
Those are important notes, that there's pizza in there.